This is the WZRD News for Friday, January 14th, 2022. Musical accompaniment by Dave Stryker from the album As We Are. In less than 1 week, 30 people died in large fires in urban housing in Philadelphia and New York. In Philadelphia, 13 people, including 7 children, were killed when a 3-story row house went up in flames after a Christmas tree ignited. Less than a week later, tragedy struck in the Bronx, where 17 people were killed and at least 63 were injured when a malfunctioning electric space heater caused a fire at an apartment building. A $1 billion lawsuit has been filed against the New York apartments landlords, alleging they knew of defective conditions and failed to properly maintain the building. At the root of this issue are deep historical inequities that prevent access to affordable housing and social mobility. Representative Richie Torres said, "When we allow our affordable housing developments to be plagued by decades of disinvestment, we are putting lives at risk. These buildings are wide open to catastrophic fires that can cost people their lives, including the lives of children." Dr. Camille Zubrinsky-Charles described the disparities in urban housing, putting communities of color at risk. Issues like this predate redlining and highlight neglect in diverse communities. These are communities that are often hidden from mainstream Americans, and so these things can fester and become systemic without most of us ever really seeing it until a tragedy occurs. Rashida Phillips, a housing activist, said, "It's a national problem seen with the underfunding of repairs to public housing. Philadelphia is an old city. It has old housing stock. A lot of the houses that people are living in, that people are able to afford, or that they have been pushed into because of things like redlining that has lasting effects, continues to affect the patterns of where people can live. We also see that this housing is often not safe, not healthy, and not habitable for people to live in." Officials in both Philadelphia and New York have made resources available to those impacted by the tragedies as they remain under investigation. Source: Black News Channel, January 13th, 2022.